Hello everyone and welcome to your tarot reading for the sign of Libra for September 2020. Let's just dive right into it. I've already been shuffling the cards for a little bit, so they're just about ready to go. So here we go. Sign of Libra. What does Libra need to hear for September 2020? What are the messages for our lovely Libra for September 2020? Messages for Libra for September 2020, please. What are the messages for all Libra for September 2020? What are the messages that Libra needs to hear? Ooh, I think they're just about ready here. For September 2020. Messages for Libra for September 2020. Okay. There you go. All right. I hope you're all doing well, Libra. I hope everything is treating you nicely. And let's just begin. So your current situation, we have the King of Swords. Not too bad. That's air energy. Your challenge is the Seven of Wands. What you aspire to is the Three of Cups, don't we all? What needs to be awakened within you, Libra, is the world. Fantastic. What is behind you is the Eight of Wands. That's your recent past. Next step in the near future, we have the Queen of Swords. No surprise. And your outcome is Temperance. Fantastic. Wow, already this is a wonderful reading already. And I'm feeling it too. I'm also an air sign. I'm a Gemini, so I'm. I don't know if you can tell if I'm getting kind of flush maybe, but I can feel this energy all over my body, and it is awesome. Like how intense! Wow, my goodness. I don't know what you guys are up to, Libra, but keep doing whatever you're doing. This is an amazing feeling so far. Okay, so let's begin. So right now, your current situation, Libra, we have the King of Swords. And you've got, this is you. If this is you, then you've got clarity. You've got clarity, you've got integrity, you command respect. Basically, what this is saying is you got all your thoughts together, you got all your ducks in a row, and you have got the intellectual power and know-how to get things done. And this is fantastic. I mean, this could be somebody that you're dealing with, somebody in an authority position perhaps, a boss, a mentor, some sort of a teacher even. But I feel more this is you, and you're standing in your power. You are the King of Swords, and you are an air sign represented by swords and tarot. And you're owning it right now, really. You're right on top of it. So good on you. You're not allowing anything really on a mental level to cloud your thoughts and cloud your mind. You know what it is that you want. You know how to go after it, and you've got the. Yeah, you're doing really well. This is highly indicative of you standing in your power, and this is like a level of mental maturity as well that is not always easy to come by, right? I mean, you're an air sign, so you're going to kind of dominate in that sense as well. But you're really this is you standing in your power in September. You've got this. This is great. So good on you. Your challenge for September is the Seven of Wands. Now, I really feel obviously these two are going to be related for your current situation, your challenge, but I see this is you in your own power with all your mental clarity, right? And you've got the clarity, you're standing in your truth, you're not, there's no messing around. At the same time, you're not being judgmental of others. You can maintain your thought processes and your ability to command respect. And the Seven of Wands in your challenge position is very much to maintain this, right? So if you're going to be feeling very kind of on top of the world almost, and very secure within yourself and very confident within yourself. This is you, and you see right now the figure here, he's on top, right? He's above everybody else, right? And he is standing his ground, and he's got all these other wands from other sources that are trying to knock him off, right? But he has the advantage. He's got the high ground, and so do you, because the king, nobody sits higher than the king, right? So the king is the high ground. And the challenge for you for the month of September is to stay there and to maintain that, right? You're going to have to fight down all these people. The problem is that when you have, this is almost like victory. The King of Swords is like victory. Like, you can't get any higher in this suit of swords than the king. And you know, when you get there and you're feeling this way and you're in your own power and your own truth, there are others who are envious, and they can come along and try to, you know, knock you off your high point, right? And that's what all these ones are trying to do, right? All these other ones, they're all trying to knock him down so that he can be back down to their level. But you don't want to be there, right? You're vibrating very high right now, and you want to continue to vibrate high. I mean, I felt it right when I had all these cards laid out. Like, you guys are on, I want to say you're on fire, but I mean, you're just vibrating at such a high level that, I mean, how could you not want to stay there, right? And you want to maintain that. So do whatever it takes. And I mean, this can also be not just others trying to knock you down and take you down a couple of pegs. This could also be your own internal thought processes as well, right? So if you're having any sort of internal struggle where all of a sudden you start feeling not so much like the King of Swords anymore, just remember that this is you. This is your most authentic self, and this is you standing in your power and your ultimate truth. And you had it once, and you're going to get it again. So don't allow even your own thoughts to work against you, right? And it's easy once you have this clarity, you know what it's like. Even if you find yourself slipping a little bit, and you find, oh crap, I'm kind of inside my own head a little bit too much. Don't worry. If this is what you're standing in, then you'll know that it's quite easy to get right back to this, right? A couple small adjustments might be necessary, and make the necessary acknowledgments, and you'll be just fine. You won't have to worry about slipping too far away from that. But this is great. So this might be a challenge for you to keep everybody else at bay and just be like, no, this is mine. I got the high ground here. So you have the advantage. So don't worry too much about it. So it shouldn't be too much of a challenge for you. What you aspire to for the month of September, dear Libra, we have the Three of Cups. And this is, you want to celebrate, right? I mean, that energy that I was feeling, like it's so positive, it's so happy, it's so strong and vibrant and full of zest and life. And this is really what it is. You want to get together with your friends, your family, people that you're close with, and you want to celebrate. You want to enjoy yourself. You want to, maybe you want to start working with some other people. Maybe you want to get creative in a group environment, and express yourselves and come together and create something wonderful, whether it's on a personal level or to share with the world, either way. But ultimately, this is what you want to be. This is where you want to maintain to. You want to stay here. You want to stay in this happy, joyous occasion type energy, and you want to really enjoy yourself. And I don't blame you, because feeling just that rush of energy from the get-go, I want to celebrate with you, and I'm not even there. So this is really fantastic for you. What needs to be awakened within you, dear Libra, we have the world. So I'm really getting the sense that I think a lot of you clearly you've been through a lot, because you know what? You don't get this unless without some struggle. Let's be honest, right? You've struggled to get here. I'm sure of it, right? And it's not easy. It's not easy, especially being an air sign where we are very powerful when it comes to the intellect and thought, and we're very witty, we're very smart. And we can process information at lightning speeds, but that can also be a detriment, because it can quickly go the opposite way, and we can get too much inside our heads and be too logical and too much caught up in our own minds. So it's been a struggle for you. But what needs to be awakened in you is the fact that whatever your struggle has been, you had to go through in order to get to this point, it's like there's completion there. You did it, right? You did it. And you need to awaken to the fact that you did it, and pat yourself on the back, and that's what you want. You want this celebration, because I'm sure on some level you felt like, hey man, if I look back, I've come a long, long way, right? And if this is what you want, then realize that this is what you're going to get, right? And you've done it. You've because the world is completion, right? You've managed to get to the end of a large cycle, a very big cycle in your life, and you're ready to start a new one, right? And it's very this right here is cause for this celebration and camaraderie and getting together and enjoying yourselves, and you need to realize that this is you, that you have done this. This could also be, maybe you have an aspiration to travel. I mean, this could literally mean traveling, but I'm getting more the sense that you've come to completion with something, you've accomplished something, a personal goal, a stage of clarity, clearly with the King of Swords, you guys are doing really, really well. So realize that you've done it. And if it hasn't happened already, it's gonna happen, where you're gonna feel that completion. You're gonna feel like, yes, I did it, and I know that I've completed this large cycle. And you're not the same person. Like inside, you're gonna be the same person, but you don't have the same habits, you don't have the same routines, you don't have the same thought processes. You likely don't even have the same interests and passions as you did, perhaps even years ago. And you can see, if you look back that way, how much you've grown and how much you've changed and how much you've completed that cycle. In your recent past, we have the Eight of Wands. So, there may have been a time where, in the recent past, where I'm getting a couple different things. It's maybe a few different, maybe you got a lot of messages, but maybe you were busy, right? Maybe you were quite busy, and you were busy doing things and taking care of business and taking care of yourself, and maybe you were kind of like pursuing something that you were passionate about, right? Maybe it was a very social time for you. Maybe you were getting a lot of messages coming in towards you from all different kinds of sources and different people. And also, what I'm kind of getting now actually is that this can also represent a time where your thoughts are kind of scattered, like you're a bit of a scatterbrain, right? And when everything is, see how like all of these wands are coming out of nowhere, right? They're just kind of there, right? They're not really coming out of anywhere. And I'm sorry if there's a sheen on these with the light. I do my best to have you see these, but nevertheless, they're kind of coming out of nowhere here, right? And that can represent your mind and your thoughts just kind of being all over the place. You have all these ideas and all these thoughts and all these, it's all kind of coming in at you at once, and you don't know what to do with it, and you don't know how to process it. And as a result of this kind of being all over the place, and your mind is all over the place, you really don't get anything done. But that's behind you, right? That's in the past, because now you are the King of Swords. And if this is your thoughts, then the King of Swords does not have this issue. He's got everything calm, cool, collected, and mental clarity, right? So if you have been feeling, like your mind is kind of calmed down and it's not kind of all over the place, then you're definitely on the right track. But this could also been that you've been really busy lately. I do feel that, given the rest of the cards here, that it's more about, maybe your thoughts were somewhat discombobulated, and maybe that's how you were feeling on a mental level as a result, right? But whatever you've been doing it right, you know, in order to find that balance and that mental clarity. And, you know, and as a Libra, you crave that balance. You crave the fairness and the justice, right? More than anything else, whether you realize it or not, right? That's ingrained into your soul. That's part of the essence of who you truly are. Yeah, that's wonderful. So the next step is the Queen of Swords. Now, I know you're thinking, you go from the King to the Queen? How's that? No, it's okay. This is just you being very decisive, right? This Queen of Swords, this is you being decisive. This is you not taking any more bullshit. If these thoughts, all these 8 wands, if they represent all the crap out there that was going on inside your mind, or that were being slung at you from others, this is you cutting through it all, right? So while it may be a bit of a challenge to maintain the mental clarity, the Queen is like the power behind the throne, so to speak, right? The King, sure, yeah, he's the King, but let's be honest, right? Who really runs things, right? The King is no one without his Queen, and this is you, you know, making clear-cut decisions and choices, not taking any crap, and it's like this is you being almost like this, like you've won, right? You've won. You've got the authority. You've got the clarity. You've got the integrity, and you've got the right attitude when it comes to doing what's best for yourself, because you know who to cut out. You know what to cut out. You know what situations to avoid. You know, so and that's going to be your next step. Your next step is going to be to kind of fine tune things. That's what I'm getting with the Queen here, is to really fine tune everything, because you know that's why this can be your challenge, because it can be very easily you can slip back into, you know, being kind of all over the place, or being bombarded from all different directions. So this is like the fine tuning, right? And you making very clear cut decisions on, okay, this can remain in my life, this has got to go. This person, get out. You're cool, you can stay, I love you, whatever the case might be for you. And when you do that, when you make those clear-cut decisions and you say either no more or yes, you're beneficial to my life and my well-being, right, on all the different levels out there. Your outcome is temperance. And really what this is a card of Sagittarius, but it's also very related to balance, right? And just as much as you know, being a Libra, and you are the scales, right? And you crave that balance, that fairness, that justice. And this is just that patience, that internal balance, that harmony that really propels you to be at your most authentic self, right? And to be at your very best, and to feel really good about yourself, right? This temperance card is very much, you know, you've got parts of yourself in every part of your world, right? So you're taking all the elements that exist, and you bring them all together within yourself to have that ultimate peace, harmony, and patience and clarity that you truly need. And that's going to keep propelling you forward even more and more. So that's really nice, is that I really see you, you know, with your current situation being the King of Swords, it's not going to be much of a challenge for you to maintain that and to stay inside that headspace and that clarity and that state of being. I think it's going to be quite easy for you, but realize the work that you've done, because you've done a lot, and awaken this within you, that you have completed a very large cycle that has been very difficult, you know, and you've probably worked very hard in order to get there, because it's never easy, no matter what your situation is, because it's going to be a little bit different, obviously, for all of us. And this is where you get to, right? I mean, this is, you know, peace and serenity and harmony and patience and balance, and taking what you need and leaving the rest behind. And that is a wonderful place to be in. It really, truly is. Especially, like I said, that sensation that I got all over me. I could feel that energy, and you guys are vibrating very high. And Temperance card is a fabulous energy, right? I mean, sometimes it can be like, continue to be patient, but ultimately patience just turns into wisdom, so it's never a bad thing, even if you're being a little bit impatient. But I think you guys are doing quite well. Let's just see at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I'm not surprised, right? See here, here's you right there with the underlying energy of your reading. I don't know if you can see it right there, hopefully you can, is the Eight of Cups. And you're walking away from an unfulfilling situation, right? Something that was crap, something that looked like on the surface that it should have all of the necessary aspects to bring you happiness and joy and beauty and love, but it didn't. There was something missing, right? And and there's you walking away from it, and you're walking into your own power, right? And whatever that situation was, good for you for walking away from it, because you did yourself a favor, right? You really did yourself a favor. That is, I can't, but, and good for you, because it's not easy to walk away from a situation, especially when, if you've been in that situation for a long time. A lot of people get stuck, right? But that's why this card is here, right? Because if you were still stuck in that situation, this would not need to be awakened within you, because you would not have finished that cycle. You'd still be right in the middle of that cycle or starting it over again. But you had the clarity that you needed to keep moving forward, and then you're going to make the decisions that you need in order to fine tune it. So you walked away for something, and look, you did it. You did it. You managed to change the direction of your life. And good for you. I'm so happy for you. You have no idea. It really warms my heart to know that you guys have done this. I can start to feel that energy again. Okay, let's grab a card from some advice from the Moonology Oracle deck. What messages do you have for Libra for September 2020, please? Messages for Libra for September 2020, please. What are the messages you have for Libra for September 2020, please? Messages for Libra for September 2020. What are the messages you have for Libra for September 2020? Message for Libra for September 2020, please. Messages for Libra for September 2020. Okay. All right. Yeah, see, this is good stuff. So, I mean, new moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. So whatever it is that you guys have been working on, and whatever this cycle is, whatever you walked away from, that was not, this could be a job, this could be a relationship, this could be a friendship, this could be a situation, some circumstances, this could be anything that you walked away from. But it allowed you to get the mental clarity that you need, and prosperity lies ahead. So understand and believe and feel that you have completed off a cycle, and you're not going to repeat it, right? This is the new you. Balanced, complete, in harmony, patient, grounded, caring, and yet passionate. And in tune with yourself. And when all of that happens, when this happens, prosperity is inevitable. I mean, I didn't even need the card in order to be able to tell you that. But prosperity lies ahead. So keep going, keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing a fantastic job. Y'all got to be, like, out of all the readings I've done so far, and I'm just over halfway through all the signs, yours had the most intense energy, and it was fantastic energy to boot. So congratulations, Libra. You guys are doing fantastic, and I wish you all the absolute best for September and beyond, of course. Looks like everything's going to be turning out in your favor. Thank you very much for watching. I love you all, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.